welcome to my channel. So today I'm giving you my review of part 2 of the series finale of the Ozark. I will talk spoilers at the end, so if you have finished the whole thing, stick around so we can discuss it. And if you haven't, I will give you the heads up when I'm about to talk about spoilers. At the end of part 1, we're left with the cliffhanger of Ruth seeking revenge of Wyatt's death. You know, her cousin. Javi killed Darlene and Wyatt. And Marty spends a lot of time trying to convince Ruth not to kill Javi because she will regret it at the end. Let me just get this out of the way because I want to give my award for the most hated person on this show. Wendy Bird. Where are you, Wendy Bird? Come up here. Come up here. I dislike her very, very much. At the beginning of Ozark, I rooted for Wendy. I thought she was a tough businesswoman. She didn't want to be sidelined by her husband. She had her own ambitions. But on this season, I hated her. I think she was the true villain. Despicable. And I don't know why Marty stays with her. Even his own kids question him about why he stays with her. Remember, she used to cheat on him. She's always messing up Marty's plans. She's always making decisions without going over with him. With all that said, let me give props to Laura Linney because she gives an incredible performance in every scene. She's got that Emmy in her bag. Also, the scenes between Wendy and her father felt like a showdown, especially that one where she's begging him for something. She's on her knees, and if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Another strong female character that I enjoyed was Veronica Falcon, who plays Camilla. Camilla is Javi's mother and Navarro's sister, and Camilla has a big role on part 2. I thought episode 8, which was the first episode of part 2. If you're a little bit lost on your Netflix and where to start part 2, it's called The Cousin of Death. In that episode, it's all about Ruth. I thought it was the best episode of the series. But then I was so disappointed by the last episode and the finale of the series. They totally pulled a Game of Thrones. I think a lot of people are going to compare the finale of Ozark to the Game of Thrones finale. It's so hard for me to say, but I can't believe the show lost focus like that. For such an amazing show, the ending felt lazy. Like everything that happened felt predictable and underdeveloped. We wasted time on useless characters like Agent Miller when we could have spent time on tying loose ends. And don't get me wrong, it was such a stellar and intense season, but the ending felt unfinished and not like a cliffhanger finished. And if you notice, the last episode was directed by Jason Bateman, and I'm not complaining about the directing. I just think the writing was very unsatisfying. So now I'm getting to spoilers. So heads up for everyone that haven't finished part 2. Okay, I warned you. No one in the Bird family dies. I thought that was so unfair. I thought at least one of them should have died. Jonah, the spoiled brat that got on my nerves on last season, has that big moment at the end. But do you think he really killed that PI? Because he could have just shot on the ground and scare him and say, just put the goat and the ashes down, because if he doesn't have the goat, he doesn't have the evidence against the birds. I thought that Marty and Rachel would end up together because I felt that chemistry between them when they first saw each other again. And I think Marty will be better off with Rachel than with Wendy. Now let's get to our beloved Ruth and her death. I did not mind them killing her off. I thought her death was inevitable. The moment she killed Javi, I was like, you sealed your fate, girl. I did mind her ending though. I didn't think was fair, like I said, that none of the birds died and Ruth died. And there was no emotional payoff. Like, who finds her? Does Camilla cover her up? What happens to the belt? Does Rachel take over? Even though it was a very Ruth thing to say what she said at the end before she got shot, I still felt like I said, there was no emotional payoff to her death. Overall, the last episode felt like a season finale, not a series finale. So maybe they'll do a movie in a few years to, put together the loose ends. Like I think they're doing that with Peaky Blinders. Sadly, for me, the last episode basically showed that evil, the cartel, and greed, the birds, always win. So what did you think of the series finale of the Ozark? Are you happy with it, or are you feeling like I am, torn about it and a bit unsatisfied? I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the little bell, the notification button so you don't miss any future videos, and I'll see you next time.